What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Jacob Daniel back at it again here at the Speed Kills podcast. Now, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Now, let's get into it. Today, we're talking about the QBs of the 2017 NFL Draft. And we're going to talk about them, and then I'll give you an NFL comparison of who I think they're like. And, the whole draft is all up in there, and especially where the QBs are going to go, because a lot of these teams need QBs, but we're not sure if they'll draft one, if they'll find one in free agency, if what's going to happen. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start off first with Mitchell Trubisky. He's 6'2", 222 pounds. Kind of a timing thrower in college. He has all the attributes I think you want in a quarterback, in an NFL quarterback. He has not the strongest of arm, but that's why I said he's more of a timing thrower. A lot of practice. He hits spots in at the right time. My NFL comparison for him was Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo's probably better than him coming out of college too as a prospect, but he just reminded me of him kind of too. Also, Carson Wentz kind of reminded me of him. That's kind of a weird comparison for me, Wentz is, but Trubisky's weakness is his lack of play, because he only started 13 games at the North Carolina. His game film's kind of small. He only started his senior year, but I think he'll go first round. I think he'll be the first QB selected, but let's get on. The second one I have is Deshaun Watson. He's 6'2", 221 pounds. He is athletic, and he is a natural winner, natural leader. He led Clemson to back-to-back national championships, won one of those national championships, or back-to-back national championship appearances, and he won one of those national championships. Now, if you watched this college football playoff, he made that final drive. He made some excellent throws, excellent spots. You could tell he came out. He showed up when it was his time to show up. Now, his weakness was he had a lot of turnovers in college. I think it was something like 31 throwing touchdowns, and then he had around 17 interceptions. Now, that's some scary stuff as an NFL person to draft this guy, but he's just such a natural winner. He's been around a winning program, gone up against the top competition in college football, and you can't replace that. My NFL comparison for him is Ryan Tannehill. He's also got some comparisons to Cam Newton and Marcus Mariota. All three of those guys really athletic. Deshaun Watson's really athletic. They make it happen. I think the closest out of these three, he's probably Marcus Mariota, but not as fast. I think he'll develop. I don't know if he'll start out right away, but I think he'll groom to a really good quarterback. Deshaun Watson will. All right, next is Deshaun Kaiser. Big boy, 6'4", 233 pounds. He's a big guy with a big arm and very athletic. His athletic ability, top thing for him, really big arm. I was wondering why he didn't stay in college more, because it was only his sophomore season. I think he should have stayed till his senior season, get more snaps, become better. Because his weakness is he kind of has a problem with accuracy. Some ball placement, it's kind of iffy. His consistency too. The Texas game, he had a really good game against them, but we never really saw that again in his season. So ball placement and consistency are his weaknesses. My NFL comparison to him is Blake Bortles, Cam Newton, and Carson Wentz. Wentz, not real. Kind of an iffy comparison to him, but Blake Bortles, they're both big guys. Same thing with Cam, big guy, big arms, but I think he can, if they groom him to be good, then he'll become something. But the only thing is, it's hard to correct accuracy. Is the one thing about that. All right. Next, we have Patrick Mahomes. He's 6'2", 226 pounds. Real athletic guy. Went to Texas Tech, air raid offense. His weaknesses were his footwork. His footwork was inconsistent at times. Gets antsy in the pocket. Wants to run a lot too. And he went to an air raid school. They didn't really run much pro stuff. Texas Tech's known for the spread out air raid offense. But he performed well there, and he beat out one of the ones I'll mention here soon. He beat him out for the spot, but I think he can amount to something too. I don't know when he'll go. I think he'll go second round or later, or maybe third round or later. But my NFL comparisons of him, he reminds me of coming out of college. He reminds me of a lot of Johnny Manziel, but with more upside. He reminds me of a Tyrod Taylor too. Really athletic guys. Likes to move around in the pocket. Likes to get out of the pocket and run a couple. That's why I chose those two guys. But I think he turned into something. All right, my next one is Brad Kaaya. He's 6'4" and 214 pounds. This guy is an excellent decision maker. Went to my University of Miami in Florida. Did good things for them, I think. My NFL comparison for him is Cody Kessler. Both stand in the pocket, quarterbacks, good decisions, and his weakness was I don't think he was really conservative with throws at times. Didn't want to force anything. That could be a strength, but he didn't want to throw it in there with some force. And I think he could be something too. My next one, Nathan Peterman out of Pitt. He's 6'2", 226 pounds. Now this guy I think is really underrated. I think my bad. But I think he's really good and doesn't get enough attention for how good he is. I think he could be a really good backup, or he can even start for some people. I like Nathan Peterman myself, but I think my NFL comparison to him was Alex Smith. He's a little bit, his athletic attributes aren't good. Has a really good arm, and is a stay in the pocket passer. And they did run some pro things at Pitt. That's really good for him, and that's why I like Nathan Peterman. My final quarterback is Davis Webb, 6'5", 229 pounds. Now, he originally was at Texas Tech, got beat out by Patrick Mahomes, then transferred to Cal for his graduate season. He did really well at Cal, I thought. My NFL comparison to him is Jared Goff. He also kind of reminds me of, with size-wise, of Brock Osweiler. He's 6'5". Brock Osweiler, I think, is 6'7", but his weakness overall is he has flaws mechanically, and they can fix that, but I think Davis Webb is going to be a really good backup option for a lot of teams. And he's heard that he's going in the first round by NFL GMs, which I don't think he's first-round material, but if they want to draft him, that's their choice. That's all the quarterbacks that I have, and some of their strengths, weaknesses, and their NFL comparisons. I'm probably going to come back and do the running backs of the 2017 NFL draft, and then the wide receivers. So look for that soon. My name's Jacob Daniel. This has been the Speed Kills Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button. Peace.